Hi, y'all. Welcome to the channel, Sprinkle Sprinkle. How are y'all this? Is it morning or afternoon? It's still morning? Wonderful. All right. Hold on one second for me. So, welcome. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all hit that like button as you get in here. Click like, click like. Everybody click a like. All right. So, we're going to talk about why women are so entitled. Men always say, what makes you so entitled? And why are y'all so toxic? And da, 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 da. Well, when you live in an when you live in a world where when you live in a world where it is custom to lie and game and you know be a certain way towards women, women have to combat that with such tactics as having very high standards that are almost impossible to reach, having an extreme high level of what a lot of people are calling toxic behavior or toxic um, ways about them. But a lot of this is not because women are this way because they were born this way. It is because women have to be this way in order to thrive in this environment. Okay. It's kind of like certain plants. They have to have a certain type of leaf to get water when it rains. They have to have a certain type of soil. They have to have a certain type of lighting. And this, and this in order to thrive. And they adapt to their environment. So you took a plant that was used to getting watered and, you know, plenty of good soil and, right amount of sunlight and took it and planted it in a desert, it's not going to work. Okay. So women are plants that need to be nourished. They need to have good soil, good roots, good foundation, good sunlight, get all of this. It's not asking too much to make sure that they have what they need in order to thrive. Okay. Not survive, but thrive. This is going to be a whole different type of living. Most people are only in survival mode. They don't understand what thrive means, so they get upset when people actually want to thrive. Yes, we are entitled because we want to thrive, okay? Only people who don't want to thrive don't feel worthy enough of entitlement. So I feel like a lot of people need to change their thinking, how they think, especially men. If men were to change their thinking, they could also be thriving. Okay. When you are in a poverty mindset, it is terrible. And you can't even have a relationship because your mind is stuck in poverty mode. And you can't allow any type of relationship in your life, especially men who are trying to, date women and are upset about how entitled these women are. It doesn't matter. When you go and try to buy a plant, it comes with a little label and a sticker, and it tells you how to care for that plant, what the plant needs, where it needs to be. And if you can't do those things on the label, what do? Put the plant back down and go get you a damn cactus. Okay. That's what you go do. All right. But if you have time, energy, a nice place to put these nice plants, and you're going to remember to water them and put them in the correct sunlight and make sure they're going to bloom in the correct season and all, if you are aware and understand how these types of things work, then you're not going to be afraid to pick up a certain plant. You're going to, because it will thrive in your environment because you have what it takes to care for it. Otherwise, just get you a fake plant or a cactus. Even a cactus will die eventually if you don't take care of it. But make sure you understand that it's not entitlement. It is just what is necessary. And if you can't handle it, then move on. Okay. It's not entitlement. It is what it is. And a lot of people will try to say, oh, that's a toxic person right there. A lot of toxic and poisonous, beautiful tropical plants are definitely poisonous, but they're also very beautiful and they're also very exotic and they're also very valuable and they're also very expensive. Okay. So make sure you understand that. I have a lot of people that are taking a lot of words and trying to make things seem negative that are not negative. A lot of you guys receive plants all the time that are considered toxic if you eat them or if you, you know, burn it, inhale it. I don't know. Or if, you know, but if they're just there to admire the beauty of, to bring ambiance to your home and things like that, and to, do what a plant job or a flower's job is to do, then who cares if it's toxic if you're not going to partake in the toxicity of it? They're only toxic to people that don't know how to, or that do know how, or don't know what they're doing, or really know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're not just calling someone toxic because you can't meet their standards, or make sure you're not calling someone toxic because you can't care correctly for the type of person that they are. Okay. Just understand that. Um, you said toxic and tropical and exotic, too expensive for the lames. Exactly. Y'all need to realize that not everything is a diss. Not every negative word is, mean to put you down. They just don't understand how, to care for you, or they don't understand how you operate. They only understand what they want and why they can't have it. That's all men really look at. Why can't I have what I want? Why is it so hard? Why are these women so toxic? Why are they making it hard for us to do what we want to do? Because it's supposed to be hard. Okay? Because you're supposed to put in effort. Because we are worth it. Because you need to get your money up to have a family and provide for a woman. Because that's what you're supposed to do. No, you don't get no free pass unless, it's your birthday. I don't know. But honestly, this kid not even in. Yes, those men are not able to provide and protect and take care of you and nurture you and give you the type of environment and lifestyle that you need in order to thrive, not survive, but to thrive. Who wants to only just survive? People want to thrive. We live in a world that people would like to thrive. So if you're unable to provide that type of environment where someone can actually thrive, then move along. Okay, you call it whatever you want. Call it toxic, call it entitled, but you will never call it broke. Make sure you understand that, because a lot of people, a lot of men will say all these things, and then the women will start thinking, am I think of yourself as a beautiful tropical exotic plant that needs a lot of care, attention, and a proper environment. Some even need, temperature set in their house to only get to a certain degree. Think of yourself as one of these. And some dusty dude comes and picks you up off the shelf, waters you maybe, never, or once a month, or don't even give you no sunlight, or put you in direct sunlight when you don't need it. Whatever it is that you're supposed to be given as this beautiful exotical tropical plant, or whatever as you want to call it. I've had so many types of plants that I had to learn how to take care of them individually. They're all different. You can get certain plants that all need direct sunlight. Some need put in a little shade. Some need soil, this with this and it's some. So you have to understand what specifics that are needed. You just don't get a plant and expect it to thrive on its own. The man has to definitely be able to attend to that, make sure it has what it needs to thrive. Okay. Um, you said women and plants, great analogy. Well, it's just true. Like, and if you take care of the plant properly, what does a plant do? It provides oxygen or takes carbon dioxide, whatever. Um, it blooms in these beautiful flowers or petals, or it gives you fruit, or it gives you shade, and all this kind of beautiful things. It makes everything better, basically. But if you don't know how to take care of it, it ain't gonna do nothing for you. Nothing. And when you buy a seed pack or a plant, you don't ask it, well, what do you bring to the table? Well, we gonna find out, ain't we? We gonna find out once you plant these seeds, you take care of it, you water it, you give me what I need, you gonna see. I- it's up to you, baby. That's up to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Speaking of what you bring to the table, y'all should get my best-selling book, I Bring Nothing to the Table. And it is linked at the very top of the live comments. Just click up there and definitely get that. It is on Amazon. If you already have this one, then definitely go get The Wisdom of SheRaSeven. A really good book. And this will keep you on your level up and keep your mind right and dust free. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, you said men who ask that don't even own a table or furniture set. Exactly. They got a video game and a chair in the middle of the living room. That's it. Okay. Um, mhm. You went to this dermatologist and you think he has a crush on you and he's in his 30s. How do I get the bag, girl? Well, it's kind of unethical to date your patients. So, I don't know. Depends on what he's gonna go get his own ethics. Who knows? Um, there are always a broke man hollering about a gold digger. I know, right? I think if your dermatologist really likes you, they will let you know, and they'll try to keep it professional in the office or whatever, but they will also let you know that they're interested. So, yes, we are entitled only because we have to be. We have to be entitled. We have so much. Like, a woman is literally everything. And when I say that, I mean a woman is literally everything. A woman is your future generations. A woman is who raises your children. A woman is someone who is able to, bring beauty and creativity to the world. A woman takes, everything to the next level. You understand this. If you go into a bachelor's house versus a woman's house, one seems very comfortable, inviting. One seems all, like frigid, you know, blah, no creativity, just function. You know what I'm saying? So, when you get married and you merge those two together, you get a functioning, creative, comfortable home. You know what I'm saying? You're not, but the woman brings that to it. The man, what the man brings to it is the provisions and the protection and the funds that will continue to keep the household thriving. Okay. And it's like the plant. You put a plant somewhere, it can't thrive unless it's being protected, provided for, looked after, and then it thrives and bears fruit and da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? But You can't get mad at a plant if you're not doing your job and taking care of it. Okay. So remember that. You said men are lonely now too, apparently. Well, hopefully they'll figure it out. I believe that once they stop trying to win or play at this game and just do what they're supposed to do, I think everything will be fine. They've gotten some really bad advice, and they just have to go and figure out the correct way to have a relationship and be with a woman and provide and have a family and stuff like they have not had a lot of men, I'm not gonna say all men, a lot of men have not had the proper training or the proper figure to go by. Men complain you're always so relaxed and happy. Okay. Why do they complain about that? Sprinkle, sprinkle. There's an article going on around you. You should look at. I don't read anything about me, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll. The thing is, unless it's bringing me more money, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? If if it's putting money in my pockets, great. Thanks whoever wrote it. But I don't read anything about me. I don't watch videos about me. I could care less. I'm still gonna be me and do what I do no matter what because I'm not here to please other people. I'm here to do what I do. So I don't know. Hopefully it's good. If it ain't, oh well. As long as it's bringing me publicity and money, whatever. I'm good. Um, your rich boss is interested in you and doing a lot to help you, but I gave it up too quick and now he distanced himself. What should I do? He's 25, you 23, girl. He'll be back. He's 25. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, what y'all supposed to do? Y'all so young. Y'all supposed to be, y'all at that age where y'all give it up quick. All right. So he'll be back. He's 25, girl. What? Okay. You can't believe they complain and are so I don't if you have something, if you complain about something, if you're not gonna do anything, like here's my thing. If I complain about something, I'm wasting my time. Literally, I'm wasting my time. To complain about something is wasting time. Okay. You could sit down and complain all day about how broke you are. It doesn't matter, baby. You just wasted more time. Okay. You've been taking Shira's tips on appearance and you noticed a pharmacist's eyeballing you? Uh-oh, sprinkle, sprinkle. Complaining is such a time stealer and energy thief. Exactly. So who cares? And that ain't my problem. Okay, so I'm glad that you're getting your attention, Paris. Sprinkle, sprinkle, get your money up. Get your mans, get your level up on. Okay. Uh-oh. Taisha, sprinkle, sprinkle. Someone somewhere told me a woman being stressed and struggling is virtuous. The man who complained stopped providing out of pure hate and jealousy. Tell him you ain't his mama. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And all women ain't his mother. Okay. A lot of these men have watched their female family members struggle. And maybe they admire these women because they did the job of two people, and that is very virtuous, and we commend those women that have to do what they gotta do, but that's not how it should be. And if they continue to sit back and allow that, then something is wrong with them and they need to be um, you know, redirected. Okay. Like they need to be totally redirected and sent in a whole nother direction until they figured out. Okay. I don't care. I'm not gonna struggle. Why do I need to struggle? Like, why do I need to struggle? Struggle to do what? Struggle to get somewhere where it's supposed to be easy to get because you can't get there easily? No. You said you saw somebody on TikTok saying it's weird seeing black women get spoiled. It is weird seeing it if you can't do the spoiling because you feel weird inside. Like all of them are going to want this now. What am I going to do in his dusty voice? Oops. I guess you better get your money up, sir. Um, how to get a man act according to your love language. Your husband's love language is to not let me do what your husband's love language is to let me do everything. I think that is very feminine on his end. I need physical touch and action from his end. Girl, what? Sprinkle, sprinkle. First of all, don't touch him ever. Go on strike. Don't touch him. Starve him of attention and affection. Don't touch him ever again. Start making all your demands or start listing the things that you will like to see in the relationship or in the house or in your pockets. Do not initiate nothing. That is not a love language. You being a that is not a love language. Okay? I don't speak that language. No habla dusty. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So yeah, let him speak his own language to you. There you go. What in the world? If your man ain't trying to come on to you at any given time, because then he don't want you. Okay, that's what I'm gonna tell you right now. If you gotta make all the attempts and try to get in some or getting affection and attention, he don't want you. I hope you ain't paying no bills. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you paying bills, stop too. I bet you'll get a bunch of attention. Don't pay no bill. If you paying bills, girl, he there for himself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, sorry. I get like upset when I hear stuff like that. Like, "Oh, you better not be paying no bills. Otherwise, you in a bad situation." Okay. 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 You mean like he allows you to pick everything and anything, but he is very cold, lack of romance. Um, good. Do you want to be romantic with him? Because some people don't. But if you like romance and stuff like that, then romance yourself. And I have made a whole video about this, how to create more romance in your relationship. And it's probably in the last couple of months. Romance yourself. And what I mean by that is put some nice music on. Put your beautiful outfit on. Do your makeup and hair. Get you a nice glass of wine or a cup of tea and like a fancy dish or glass or whatever. Sit at the table that's set for one, not for him. Don't do him. Do not romance him. Take a bubble bath with candles and whatever, all that, and walk around in a silk robe and be all extra and smell good. Romance yourself. Okay? He's going to be sitting on the sidelines watching you romance yourself. And he's going to want to get in on it because it's going to look like you living a good life. And he's sitting there scratching his head and looking at the TV while you're over here living in this fantasy romantic novel. Do that. Then he's gonna want to get in on the action. Then he's gonna have to come correct. Put on Bridgerton or something. Y'all watch it together and you walk around like you in the movie or in the show or whatever, and see what he do. Y'all have to inspire these dudes because they have no imagination. You're a turn Bridgerton on. Get your fancy robe and teacups and wine glass and put on your little classical music and light some candles and walk around and ignore the heck out of them and sit down and say, "Oh, I'm gonna watch Bridgerton." And when he figures it out, maybe he'll figure out what he got to do. See, he'll figure it out. Just romance yourself, because if a man can't do something for you and you have the ability to romance yourself in front of him, first of all, he's gonna be like, "Well, why is she being all extra and fancy and walking around in silk robes? Is she preparing for someone else, or is she doing this for me, or who's making her feel romantic? Because I know it ain't me." Then he's gonna start feeling some type of way. He's gonna figure it out. Okay. But until then, don't initiate nothing with him. You say it's difficult because you have a small baby. Oh, dress the baby up. Get you some lace. Put the baby in your arm with your nice robe. Okay. Get you a little stroller. Put it by the couch while y'all watching Bridgerton. I don't know. Incorporate. Dress your baby up cute. Put some little lace footsies, and I don't know if it's a girl or a boy, but they wore lace back then anyway. Just make them look all extra and cute. Live the life you want already. Don't wait for him. He got to catch up or be left out. That's how it has to be. Um, sure. What would make a man hack your phone? Is that entitlement? Honestly, if he's not paying the bills and he thinks that you can do better, that's the only reason why he would do that. He think that it's his own insecurity. I feel like it's his own insecurity that he feels like he needs to know what you're doing, because you know he ain't getting enough attention these days. I don't know, trying, but I don't feel like all you got to do is just put your virus software and get your do your updates and do whatever you got to do and ignore him. Like he must feel some type of way if he is doing all of that. You must be the one girl. You must be his dream woman if he going through all that. He must love you. Make sure you ask for a good Christmas gift and birthday, Valentine's, and all. Make sure you get what you worth. If you worth all of that, because you can report that. You worth all of that. Go get your gifts. Okay. So yes, we are entitled. We need what we need. We desire what we desire. We want what we want. If you can't do it, step out of the way. Let someone else do it for us, or let us continue to be and don't bother us. Because I think a lot of men don't realize women aren't desperate for men. Women want the correct man, not just any man. Okay. And y'all need to realize this. A lot of men going around talking, y'all gonna be lonely. If we gotta sit there with you, we'd rather be alone. Oh, Dusty. If we gotta sit there with some dusty, crusty dude in gym shorts, we'd rather be alone. You think we want to be looking at you, Dusty? You asking us for $20 because you ain't got no gas money? You asking to borrow our car? No, we would rather be sitting in our house enjoying a glass of wine, listening to some nice music, watching whatever, reading a book, than sitting and looking at your dusty butt, wondering why you there. Okay, so y'all need to realize women aren't desperate for men. They're What women really seek is a man that is going to do what they are supposed to do. Okay, not any old thing, but one is going to be what he's supposed to be, what he was created to be, not what he ended up as. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Not an experiment gone wrong. Okay, keep your dust repellent nearby. Exactly. So if anyone has a problem with this, and I'm not talking down on men, I'm just saying that y'all have a misconception that women are desperate for men. No. What women are probably more desperate for is finding the type of man that is very rare because they are too busy being or trying to be the woman. Sure, your sugar daddy and you broke up last month, but you want to bake him cookies for his birthday so we can get back together. He's turning 50 in October. You met, okay, bye. You met this 45, thank you for the donation, girl, but I'm not baking no man no cookies to get nothing back. Okay, he want me back, he better come get me. I met this 45 years old man. I thought we good. He calls every day. He stopped picking your calls. He sent a text that he's having issues. I should move on. Girl, he married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So no cookies, and that dude's married. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, or got another one, girl. Got somebody else, baby mama, something. You've been shamed for having sugar daddies. I know it is. Who cares? Like, are you? Are they shaming you for getting your bills paid? Are they shaming you for getting money because you look good? Or you should be shaming them for worried about what you doing. They need to be worried about them. Why are you worried about me? Hmm. You said fighting demons or having problems. I don't know, y'all. What I feel like is if I feel like okay, so men are very strong and masculine, right? Yes, they have feelings too. Yes, they're sensitive. Yes, they need, to be understood in certain ways too. Blah 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 blah. Blah. Just the same as women are strong and they can make decisions and they can, cut people off quickly too, and they can not care and they can be uncaring. Just like a woman can do all that and be strong and do all that, the woman can do that too. Okay. So what do we need from a man? What do we need from a man? What we want them to be the man so we don't have to be there. That's it. Do your job. He's 28, lives in a studio, 5 family members. Why doesn't he want better? Are you girl? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Stop bringing this dustiness to my channel. Thank you for the donation, but why are we wasting our time? Why are we wasting our time? You could go get a bum under the street and ask him the same question. He gonna give you the same answer. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, don't waste time with that. Okay. Don't waste time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't even waste time. You shouldn't have been with him in the first place. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Iman, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hi, Shira. My boyfriend wants to buy a house for us. Should I be engaged or married before moving to the house with him? Of course. If your name ain't on the deed, honestly, if your name's not on the deed or you're not married, no. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell them you'll wait. Yeah, don't worry about girl. You be better off going getting the bum and asking him the same question. He might have a better answer. Okay. You say you live in the Netherlands and stinginess is instilled in the culture. It's like I have to move to another country to get the bag. Okay, well, sorry, y'all. Use that as a tactic. Like, if a guy comes on to you and they like you, just say, "Oh, I only date," and name a culture of a man who pays. Or I only date certain types of. I only date American guys, or I only date men from wherever. And they'll be like, why? Because they pay for dates and they know how to romance a woman and, they really know how to treat women. I just don't date anyone from here. And I really like it when men pay because it just makes me feel so feminine and makes me really feel like I really need and want that man because he's doing so much and investing so much in me. It makes me feel closer to him and like I feel safe. But I don't tend to date men from here because I don't get that feeling with them because they always want me to pay for something. And I don't think that's right. You have to be the change you want to see in your own world. And if enough women in y'all's areas in the Netherlands start doing the same thing and demanding that men pay, they will because y'all run stuff and y'all don't even know. Ask if all the women stop dating men or giving it up to men, unless they were gentlemen and started, taking them out on dates and paying and doing all this stuff, then they would start. It's a lot of the times like that's what happened here in America. There was so many pick meshas out here paying for these dudes, letting them borrow their car, giving them $20, going half, going 50-50. But it's changing because of videos, because of books, because of shared, mind sets, because of discussions like this, because of a lot of things that women are tired of dealing with. Okay. And the men are getting in line and doing what they need to do because they can't get what they want without the woman's consent. So it may be a slow change, but it is a change. I've been on here 10 years. When I first got on YouTube, there was pick meshas everywhere talking about build your man. And look now, 10 years later, it has changed. Okay. There used to be videos called Spoil Your Man. I saw this one video, this girl massaging this broke, dusty foot, and I almost threw up, and I had to get on YouTube and correct the situation. 10 years later, here I am. So y'all do the same over there. Y'all got to get into it. And share this video. Tell them what I said. Okay. It may take 10 years, but would you rather be in the same place as you were 10 years ago or where you want to be? You know, and the thing about, okay, you're saying there's some spoiled dusties. That's fine. If they know how to get spoiled, they know how to get spoiled. But that doesn't stop you from getting spoiled as a woman. If Pick Misha want to spoil a dusty, let her do that. But that shouldn't be the norm. That shouldn't be the only option. Okay. If a dusty can live rent free on Pick Misha's money, then why can't a woman live rent free and a man take care and provide for her? It's the same. Because he got a six pack and some curly hair, if he could do that all day, um, then why can't you? If he can drink all the juice packs in the house and not have to have a job, then why shouldn't you have the life you want to? Okay. I mean, if I was Dusty's, I'd aim higher than that. You like that? If you're a Dusty and you got you a Pick Misha, hopefully, if she ain't ever gonna change and she just gonna be Pick Misha till she die, you should be starting your own dusty businesses. Okay, you should be getting your own stuff together. You should be starting something for you. You can't pin on Pick Misha forever. Okay, you need. We know you're gonna leave her eventually anyway, so you might as well get yourself together while you there, drinking them juice packs, getting all your vitamins and you know Pop Tarts and breakfast cereal. You might as well start you a business, instead of borrowing $20 every week to go drive around and pretend that's your car. Why don't you start using that money to maybe, start you an online business or something? Maybe you could do that instead. That's all I can tell you. I mean, my information can be gone and applied to everybody's situation. Just make your life better, okay? But at the same time, don't down other people for trying to make themselves and their lives better and have the type of relationships that they want. It's not anybody's business if a woman is entitled. She should be entitled. It is not anybody's business if a Dusty is entitled. If he feel like Misha is gonna do what he needs her to do, then so be it. It's not gonna take anything from you unless you pick Misha. You know, that's why I stay unbothered. If a Dusty figure out how to get his money, then so shall we. If a Dusty know how to survive without ever having a job, then so shall we. Except we don't want to survive. We want to thrive because we're women. And we're going to find a way to do that because women like luxury. We like comfort. We like to look good while we're doing whatever we're doing. And so that's why we're taking it to the next level. Okay. I've seen plenty of Dusties ride on Pick Misha's and Barbara the Builder's backs and build their entire enterprises and business off of women and then dump them or cheat on them with something else. Okay. I've seen this. Where do you think I learned it from? Think I learned this from? I've learned from men and women. But the worst case that I've ever seen was a dusty man riding on the back of some Pick Misha with I don't even, maybe $1 million business. Probably ran that poor girl's credit to the ground, but he still got what he wanted. So for me, I'm saying exactly what I've seen. And entitled is a compliment. You should be entitled. Since when do we line up to feel unentitled? Since when do we line up to feel like we have low self esteem? Since when do we get in relationships to struggle? Since when? Since somebody said that that was what you gotta do to find true love. Since someone said that's what's necessary to get the type of man. Since some dusty made up a meme. No, since some dude watched somebody struggle in his family and think you supposed to do the same with him. No, y'all supposed to get better every generation, not repeat the cycle. And this is why women should stay entitled because when a woman has high standards and she stays entitled, her options are going to get better. They may not be as many, but they're going to be a better, definitely a better quality. Her offspring are going to have more, be given more opportunity, and because she didn't settle for the okie doke and she didn't settle for less. So she's going to take that generation to the next level instead of repeating a cycle of poverty. That's why we have to stay entitled. Okay. Men ain't got to do nothing but move around and something for 2 minutes, you know, squirt and be gone. That's his job to plant seeds. But if he can't take care of them and he can't provide and protect for the woman and the child and stuff like that, and leaves them to be this strong, independent woman who has to do the job of two people and struggle and stuff like that, and they end up having a son, and the son sees that from the mother and say, well, that's what I want my woman to be like, do all the work. Guess what? It's going to continue to recycle into the same cycle because he's not going to feel like he got to get up and go do something. He's not going to feel like he got to put in any effort. So when a woman has high standards, she's preventing the cycle of poverty from continuing in that generation, in that bloodline. So stop telling women they're wrong for trying to take your dusty seed to the next level. You should be thanking them and bowing down and telling them, they're the best. Yeah, they are the fertilizer. We got the seed. You right. So most of the men who achieve certain success cheats. Why is that? Hard to find. Many older men not want to date younger, beautiful ladies. Only older men from LA. I don't know, girl. Just understand it don't matter. Are you there for fidelity? Or are you there for just money and this lifestyle? And your own um, goals. You can't stop a man from doing what he want to do, just like you can't stop a woman from doing what she want to do. Okay, so why are we worried about him? This is my thing. A woman worries so much about her man cheat, she forgets about herself. And while you worried about him doing all this stuff, you could have been doing all that stuff if you wanted to, because he was too busy doing that. Y'all need to start thinking different. Okay, you sitting over here worried about a man cheating, he need to be worried about you cheating. You ain't doing it right. Something ain't adding up. If you sitting over there worried about him, then you are not doing this correctly. He needs to be sitting over there worried about you. That means every time you leave your house, you need to look like about 15 men gonna be trying to get your digits. When you leave your house, you need to look cute and like, certain types of men will be attracted to you. Yes. Every time you leave your house. Well, I mean, when you run an errands and stuff, but when you leave it on purpose to look like something on purpose, yes. Yes. You need to look like he need to be worried about you. Because like you say, all men who got money, broke men cheat too. And ugly women cheat too. Okay. A lot of people cheat. The whole point is who's worried about who? That's where the power lies. You always get a gift on the first date. That's basic courtesy. At this point, why are so many women entertaining relationships for fidelity? I don't know, because they stupid. Girl, if you won't bet your life on someone being faithful, then don't enter a relationship for that reason. Okay. I will repeat that. If you will not bet your life on whoever you're with to be 100% faithful, do not enter into the relationship for fidelity. Okay. Enter it for another reason. Find something else, baby. If you can't find something else, don't get into that relationship. hmm You have You gave up on your love. You're a spiritual conservative part-time prostitute. Okay, well, good for you, I guess. You said spiritual conservative part-time prostitute. Only part-time? Well, you must charge a lot, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Don't live your life based on society. Create your own terms. That's right. Your life is whatever you want it to be. Many times we have to be more logical, not emotional. You got plenty of times to be emotional when you're pregnant, when you in that time of month. Okay. Get your money first. Make sure you get what you want. Stay entitled. Stay high standards. Make sure you are taken care of and you take care of yourself. You know why? Because who else will? hmm What if a guy has a psychotic pick me ex that threatens to ruin your life? Should you let your guy pursue you? I feel like I don't take those type of threats seriously because honestly, those type of threats aren't taken seriously to me. Like if you want to ruin someone's life by being a psychotic ex, you already probably have. So honestly, a psychotic ex to me is a joke, and they're entertaining themselves more than they're entertaining anything else. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like just allow yourself to not be bothered. Don't be bothered by any of that stuff. Keep going. Because a lot of times it's really just to psych you out. No one cares what your ex is doing. Okay. If you're moving the way you should establish the things you desire, you shouldn't have to ask him for anything, y'all. Out here asking for, yeah, exactly. Um, you can get a good man to pay you, and he What? Okay. So yeah, we not worried about no exes, child. Would should a woman dance for her husband? Girl, I've always wondered why women do it. It feels like begging for attention and sex for me. How do you think about it? Honestly, if y'all are drunk and having fun and it's like just y'all are drinking wine or champagne or whatever and just acting silly, that's one thing. But if he asks you to do that, will you dance for me? Da, da, da," he need to go first. Okay, they got male strip clubs too. Get out there and shake him, and here go your G string. No, should a man dance for a woman? Okay, go ahead. You go first. Teach me some things. Let me see what you want me to do. All right. Okay. Uh, Like, I mean, if you been practicing dancing and you went to pole dancing class and you trying to show off in front of him, that's something different. But if you had no intention on doing any of that and you just sitting there chilling, trying to be extra bougie and whatnot, he asked you to dance or whatnot, tell him to go first. Or y'all dance together as a gentleman should ask his wife to dance. I'm not dance for you. We gonna dance together. What happened to the old days where people would say, "May I have this dance?" And that not mean a table dance, okay? You know what I'm saying? What is the harshest truth we need to accept about men? The harshest truth I believe we need to accept about men is that they will probably always feel superior to you, even if they are not. So use that knowledge to your advantage. That's the best thing I can tell you. No, no matter because they've been programmed to think that all their lives that they don't even know it's not true. So use it to your advantage in every way. Mm. What's my thoughts on conservative and liberal men? My thoughts are how much money they got. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because I don't care. I'm gonna do what I want regardless of what they think. That's my thing. Like their opinion has nothing to do with me because I will always do what I want. What they think has nothing to do with what I think. They can think this, and I'm gonna do the opposite if I want to. Period. So that's what I think about any of those type of men. I don't care what they think, as long as they got money and are spending it. Do what you want, because I'm gonna do what I want. All right. By playing dumb, that's how he takes advantage. What? Yeah, by playing dumb, exactly. The harshest truth about men, even the good, well, they lie. But everybody lies. That's just not men. Women lie too. So we can't just categorize that to one specific gender. Like men lie, women lie. Okay, kids lie, old people lie. What I'm saying is, one thinks one is more superior, so use that thought to your advantage because everybody lies. Okay, make sure you know that. And and a lot of women go into relationships expecting these miracles. And when I say miracles, I mean they expect a man to be honest, to be perfect. They expect a man to be faithful, and all these things that they expect from a person as a miracle, especially from a man. So we go in almost every relationship expecting a miracle. And then we wonder why we're disappointed when such miracles never occur. You might as well go out and wish for the most extravagant, fantastical thing in the world if you are going to go into a relationship wishing and looking for that. Okay? You might as well go out and wish you could fly. You might as well go out and wish that you have superpowers and can, turn invisible and do whatever, whatever superpowers you make up. You might as well go and wish for that every time you walk out of the house because if you enter every relationship wishing for miracles, you are always going to be disappointed because miracles are a very rare thing. Okay. And we go in there basing our entire relationship on miracles and wonder why we mad, walking around mad all the time. Being entitled does not mean expecting miracles. It means, where is my money? I'm not working because these things are attainable. Okay. A man will pay your bills before he will stay faithful. A man will buy you a house before he stops lying. Okay. A man will definitely take you shopping, buy you a car before he thinks that you're more superior than him. I promise you. So work with what you got, ladies. Don't go into these relationship expecting these miracles when you can get more. Okay? Because y'all been tricked. Y'all have been programmed to go in expecting miracles, to stay disappointed, and then stay broke. Get your money, make him buy you stuff. And if the real miracle is he can do everything, if he can do all of the above, then that will be a miracle. But don't waste your time looking for miracles in relationship. Get what you're there for. Okay. Oh, California goes sprinkle sprinkle. You watched the video where you talked about your mom in detail. Thank you. She set up the level up journey before it was a thing. Sprinkle sprinkle. Appreciate you, girl. Yes, I forgot the name of that video, but thank you for watching it. Um, mhm, right. So, and a lot of women know this. They just hope for the miracle and they hope that a man will do what they want them to do. But ain't nobody perfect, but they do have some money, so let them spend it on you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to handle being a second wife? Okay, is this wife number 2 or he's still with wife number 1? Is this like what is it? It's like he got 2 wives at the same time? Don't be the maid girl. Whatever wife you are, don't be the maid wife. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Be the shopping wife. Make that clear in the beginning. Okay. Ah, I feel like if a man pays for stuff and spoils me, he loves me. That's my love language. Exactly. Be the shopping wife. Okay. Don't be that maid wife. I don't know. Like if you're talking about the second wife, then act like I don't even think about being the second wife. I'm just be the wife. Who cares? What do you think Coco Chanel's secret was? She had men investing millions. I tell men I want to expand my social circle and hope they want the same. Um, Back in those days, she was very different and probably a breath of fresh air compared to other women. Her imagination was probably more extravagant, and she probably had a way of dealing with people due to her upbringing. And she also probably had a way of getting what she wanted because she had no choice. So she had to do what she had to do. Okay. She was more like probably a muse to a lot of those guys. And she probably knew that because I read her story and she probably knew what she wanted from them first and foremost, and she got it. She wasn't focused on the fidelity. She wasn't focused on, a man doing these miracles that I talked to you about, the fidelity, the not lying, and all that other stuff. She wouldn't focus on that. She was focused on her business and her money and getting her money. And they were focused on why is this woman not like all these other women who want to be focused on love, fidelity, marriage, and all this kind of stuff. Half of them was already married, so she was the second woman anyway in most of her relationships. So, or she wasn't of the class or caliber that those men back in those days would marry. So she just got their money and went and built her empire. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle, brave goddess. Yes, she created out of nothing, and she got those men's money, and she allowed those men, you know, to invest and give her money so that she could build her empire. Mhm. What about those women on TikTok who don't allow their men to watch porn or follow? But they do anyway. When you say you can't do something, they doing it anyway. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What type of man is going to really allow a woman to tell him you can't watch something, you can't do this? All he gonna do is go watch it somewhere else or click on something else. Like one thing I don't understand is, first of all, I don't date young men, so I don't know. I don't know. So I couldn't tell you. I don't know if I would be jealous if somebody was doing that and we were all the same age. Maybe that maybe has something to do with it. But if you are old man, you ain't got no chance anyway. So go ahead, child. You do what you gotta do. You ain't got. But if you're young and that girl is just insecure that he might expect certain things from her or pursue other women, especially if she ain't got no ring. Like I'm like, you know what? Do what you want. As long as these bills is paid, I can go shop. You where you supposed to be, where you supposed to be, and these kids and children are good. Go watch whatever you need to watch. I'm gonna do what I want because you can't control people, right? What do you think about girls that go for personality instead of looks? I feel like if that personality is worth it and if it's interesting, and because a lot of women can get turned on if a person is smart or have a good personality, but if you ugly and ain't got a personality, you know, pick a struggle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Should we act entitled to gift for first date? Say like, I can't wait to see what you bring on our first date. Well, I wouldn't say bring. Like I would be like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to meet you. I can't wait to see. Well, I think that's kind of like it's cheesy. Like you would definitely insinuate that you are used to receiving. And so you'd be like, just tell them all the things you like. I love like name some flower. Like don't start off with something major. Name the type of flowers, your favorite flowers, the perfume you just ran out of, you know, something like that. Something that you've been looking at online, something small that people can actually bring on a first date. Talk about how you like it, how you've been looking at it, how you just ran out this perfume. Let them put the dots together and bring it to you. Okay. If you if you're entitled and they already asked you, if they ask you what you want or if they ask you what you like, you know that they're trying to find out so they can buy it for you. So then you would say, okay, well, I can't wait to see what you bring me if it's in the same conversation. So for example, if a man says, what's your favorite flowers? What perfumes do you like? Or, what do you like? What are you into? And you tell them. that insinuates that they're trying to buy something for you or trying to shop for you. So then you can lead into, okay, well, I like this type of perfume and I love this type of flower. And I've been really looking at this, watch or set of earrings or necklace online and da 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 da. Da. It's like, oh, okay, well, those are very nice. And then you say, and I can't wait to see which one you bring me on our first date. You are so sweet. That's how you do that. Okay. Cause now y'all confused. He know he got to go get something now, even if he didn't really mean that he was gonna buy you something. But your expectation is now for him to go buy you a gift. So he probably gonna choose something on that list that you done told him and bring it to you. Okay. Oh, California Gold. The video is called Dump Your Dusty or Ratchet to Get Someone You Can Be Proud of. You learn about how she will learn her ways. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. How do you behave when you're alone at a bar? Like you want to be there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, California Gold. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate your comment and your donation. Divine Goddess, you act like you want to be there. You're enjoying every moment of it. You're enjoying the ambiance. You're enjoying the taste of your drink. You're enjoying, being seen and adored and, you know, looked at and just be in your own essence, baby. Just act like you're welcome. Okay? Like the bar is thanking you. That's how I like when I go somewhere, that's how I feel like the guest of honor, baby. You think online dating is a waste of time? It depends if it's ever gonna lead anywhere or, if the person is serious. Like to me, online dating, you have to have some very serious qualities about yourself to even be considered. So unless they have those major serious qualities that you're looking for, I wouldn't even bother. Like they gotta be the major ones. Okay. Um, you prefer meeting guys in person, too many dusties online. So I mean, my confidence level, I've been like trying to help y'all on trying to figure out how to build your confidence. And I told y'all before, a lot of my confidence was built, um, just by living life. But when it really kicked into gear was when I started taking my elixirs, y'all. And I've been advertising my elixirs to y'all on my community channel and stuff like that. But if you are having problems struggling with getting to the next level and self-esteem and prioritizing yourself, get these elixirs. Start on phase one. The directions come with it. Um, a full ounce is recommended. I split up and did half ounces so that people could afford it, but the full ounce is definitely recommended and go start from phase one. The instructions on how to take the drops come with it. But it's a mixture of minerals, gold, platinum, all these types of things that get your mind and your body vibrating on a higher frequency. And so you think higher of yourself, you think higher, you have more confidence, you see things that you may have felt was impossible that is very possible. You can walk into any room and feel like you're the guest of honor, all this kind of stuff. Okay. So, oh, that's my book. Hold on. Oh, yeah, no, that was my elixir here. Here's my elixir. So, if you're struggling with that and you need clarity and you need to put yourself as a priority and you need that push to the next level, go ahead and start on that phase one and you will definitely see the difference. Read the reviews. I'm not playing. Ask anyone here who's taken them. Okay. Because a lot of people can't move out of their own way sometimes. And this is what that will help you do. Hmm. If you want it shipped overseas, find a friend that lives in the US, have them ship it to you if they buy it because I can't really ship because it is a liquid and customs have problems. And I stopped shipping overseas because of the custom issue. Okay. So maybe if they buy it and ship it to you with a bunch of other stuff, like a care package, it will be less likely to be inspected if you receive mail from this person a lot. Your provider won't give you alone time. I don't want to move states yet can't afford this area at all. Um, won't give you alone time? Not even in the bathroom, girl. Well, this is why go to a place that he hates. Find something that he's totally against or doesn't like and say that's where you're going. Okay? So for example, if you know that he despises something or he's against something, that's where you go and invite him. And he's going to say no. I'm going to church. I'm going to the gay bar. I'm going to work out at the gym. I'm going to get, stuff here. I'm going to do whatever he don't like. That's where you going. I'm going to my mother's house. I'm going here. I'm going there. I'm going tell wherever he don't like to go, that's where you go. And you don't really have to go there. Just say that's where you're going so you can get up out of there and go wherever you want. You're going to beg him to go to the drag show. When he says no, then call your friends and y'all go out to the club or something. Okay. All right. Hmm. And when he starts seeing that, he can live without you being by his side for 2 seconds and that you're going to come back and, whatever, then he's going to probably not be so, you know, clingy. He says sometimes you're too honest. Being too honest sometimes also is like being unbothered. Sometimes when you're too honest, it means you are so unbothered, you don't care what you gonna do. You know what I'm saying? But when you're trying to get that bag and sometimes honesty is not required, then remember that too. All right. Most men don't appreciate honesty. They don't. Only when they find out they've been lied to, then it's top priority, even if they're not honest themselves. Brave goddess, you told my guy married, he's 70, wife about us anonymously. Now he says that they are trying to mend and we will stop contact 3 weeks now. What to do? Girl, girl, he's 70. Old people ain't finna move. Let me help y'all out. This would have worked if he was in his 50s or 40s or maybe early 60s. But girl, they got one foot in the grave. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They ain't going nowhere. They got a plot next to each other. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, remember that. They probably got matching tombstones and stuff already. Girl, he ain't going nowhere. You better just get that Social Security and be done. All right. Well, whatever part you can get of that Social Security after you paid bills. Let me help you. He's too old to leave his wife. Okay. You would have been good 20 years, maybe 20 years ago, but it's too late now, girl. They didn't got a burial plot and whatnot. Do you think, like me, that one is enough? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if there, you said, I'm trying to read some of these comments. Yeah, he too old, girl. No. Just be Happy he giving you something. I don't know. Just get the insurance policy, but don't expect him to leave. Girl, his wife on the insurance policy. You can't get nothing. Maybe his bingo money. Okay. You're 28. Okay. Okay. So make sure you're making the right decisions when anonymously contact. I don't know how, like the 70-year-old dude. I don't know how old his wife is. She's 72. I don't know. Oh, Percy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey, Shira, how you doing? It's summertime. Do women go through this too hot and men hot in the what? Because women are walking around half naked. Um, I don't know. Where I live, like most women who walk around naked are considered ratchet, or it's mostly the teenage girls who are trying to catch a teenage boy. So I don't know. Just I guess it depends on where you live or the neighborhood or where you're visiting. But I don't know. I mean, if you gonna walk around half naked, you better be getting some money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I made it clear that I want my bills and living expenses paid for. I have an ideal amount, the least amount in mind. How to accept less if he can't afford the ideal. Always have a higher ideal amount than you need. Then when he says, okay, well, I can give you this much, it's really what you want. Okay, so if you need 2,000, ask for 4,000. He's gonna say, I can't do 4,000, but maybe I can do 2,000. And then you getting what you want. So always ask for double for what you need. Okay, there you go. If he can't even afford the double or the half of what you need, then yeah, you probably need to move along. Um, Women are entitled because they are the prize. Yes. Always have been, always will be, period. Dusty's in here learning how to level up. Well, they gotta learn somewhere. Shoot, they can't learn nowhere else. I don't discriminate. Learn what you can. Apply it to your own life and make it work. Okay. How so you can grow in love with someone who takes care of you? Do I recommend young tech CEOs if we are mid-20s, like 35-year old? I mean, whoever you're going to be able to get to spend on you and whoever you're comfortable with. Yes. Um, date all the types of guys and see what's best for you. Date a tech guy, date someone in business, date someone doing this, date someone doing that, and see which one is the best fit for you. Because I feel like a lot of times women just go after one type and they don't see the other type. See which one is best for you. If you feel confident in one relationship or one type of guy over the other, then that's probably what your type is, or that's going to work best for, especially for getting the bills paid. Girl, sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, lady, when walking by two men on a popular street and they're looking at you smiling when you walk by, what do you say? Or could you say or do? Girl, I'm not worried about nobody on no street. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Why am I walking anyway? I'm, if they're not opening the door for me, then I don't have nothing to do with them, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Coach, can you sprinkle, sprinkle? How old was James when you guys had children? I don't remember. I don't keep track of his age. I'm only worried about myself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not worried about I, the age where he still could afford to have children and support a wife and kids. I didn't ask him his age. Sometimes I forgot how old he is. Or I forget how old he is. I'd have to like do some math and really think back. Um, I know he was probably 50 at least. He was at least 50 or I don't know. Um, he said, "Don't." Okay, sorry. We won't talk about that. I don't know. What to do when a guy who you meet as an escort thinks you're only with him for the money and then asks you to see if you can be with him without money? Um, is he gonna pay all your bills? Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's just a question. Who gonna pay your bills? That's my question. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. If he can afford to pay your bills, then hey, how you doing? If he can afford to provide and protect and give you the things you want and need, then why would he need to pay you? And if he will provide, if he is providing, okay. You kept crying for months and now and telling your man you left with debt after your mom death and he never offered to help. Was he supposed to? Do I just ask and get another one? Girl, he don't care. He's not with you because he wants to make your life better. Haven't you? That should tell you right there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. What would Pick Me should do if a Dusty did that to her? Would she help the Dusty because she truly cared about that Dusty? She would probably help out that Dusty, right? So if you flip the script and you're asking, and not saying you're a Dusty, but you're in need of financial help, and the man who's supposed to care about you and make your life better is not caring or doing so, then he doesn't care about you or wants to make your life better. Okay. So there you go. Is there a manual on women I can read? Why I gotta try to figure y'all out is work. I told y'all just all you gotta do is the simple thing. Pay out a bill, give her some money, and tell her she look good and she don't the best woman, the prettiest woman in the world. There you go. Pay them bills, give her money, and tell her she look good. It's not that hard. Don't get on her nerves. There you go. Clean the toilet. Pick up after yourself. Don't be hurt. Don't be another child. Okay. Just don't. Yeah. There you go. Be the manliest man you can be. That's about it. Okay. Sure. Do you do private consultations? Nope. If I did, then they would be very private, and you wouldn't know about them. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Um, but I don't advertise any type of consultations anymore. On my Patreon, I do have a message box that you guys can message me in if you sign up for the Patreon. And I do respond to the Patreon messages. So, and definitely, let me see. Let me get my Patreon information. Okay, here we go. Let me give y'all my Patreon, y'all. Hey, y'all want to contact me on there? Here you go. Join tier 2 and up, and um, I'll see y'all's messages and stuff. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I've been on here for a while. Trying to fix this hair. It keeps falling. Could you always just scrap a whole dude and get another one level headed? Just to, Honestly, if you're not married and you're young and you got a lot of time and your bills is good and stuff like that, you can do whatever you want. But, if you want to change, if you want to make major changes in your life, then that has to really be something that you want to do in order to get something. And I'm not, I believe in having something in this hand before you let go of this one. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in I need something in this one before I let go of this one. That's how men do it. Shoot, sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, "Do you really want to be told I'm pretty every day?" If you mean it, and I know you mean it, yes. Mhm. Like, don't say it just to say it. What's pretty about me? What looks extra good on me today? Are you saying it as a compliment or trying to get something? Like the reason why you're saying it too. Like men need to figure this out. Don't tell me I'm pretty because you want something. Tell me I'm pretty because you were just taken back taken back when you saw me. And what was it that got you? Don't tell me I'm pretty because you want some, or you don't want to do something, or you want to get out of something, or you think it's just standard protocol to tell a woman she's pretty every day. Tell me why I'm pretty. Tell me what's pretty about me today. Tell me this, tell me that. And don't tell me and then ask me for something. That's how you do that. Okay. So if you want a lot of points, stare at me and say, and then make me ask you what you're looking at, and just like, "Oh, you're just so beautiful," and then walk off. That's how you do it. Okay, sparkle, sparkle. You said poor men are clueless. I know. I said I quit my job back in the day all the time because I was bored or something. I was young. I didn't have bills. Like I didn't have mortgages and I didn't have rent. I I never lived really alone. I was always mostly taken care of. So if I quit my job, I was not going to be in any type of danger. You know what I'm saying? I already had support. But what I'm saying is, if you're out there alone and you depend on money to survive, don't let go of one thing in order to get another. Make sure it's like the baton pass. Okay. Like, don't let one go until you got the other one. Um, Men do it all the time. That's why as soon as y'all see a man or somebody get divorced, he already got a girlfriend because he been had one. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, I mean, women have been programmed to be the better, nicer, most pure person. And then when men get a taste of how they've been acting all these years, about how women can also have one, uh, you know, before she lets go of another one, or how women can be entitled and expect this and expect that. Men don't like that because they've been doing that for so long. But then now that we're able to do it, they're they're mad. Like if you don't like it, then don't do it. If you don't like it, then don't do it. You know, you said we were always told to be the better person. I know you can act. Let me tell y'all something. You can act like the better person, but you ain't got to be the better person. I will repeat that. You can act like the better person, but you don't have to be the better person if you don't want to. Hmm. You said we are the better person. You can act like, or you can be the better person. The only time you need to be the better person is if you are in a relationship where you are allowed to be the better person and comforted enough to be the better person and given enough comfort, luxury, and all those things in order to make you want to be the better person. Okay. But if you're in an environment where there's nothing better about it, then you're never going to be the better person. You're just going to be who you need to be. Okay. So allow me to be the better person. Give me reasons to want to be the better person. What reasons should a woman have to be the better person? Oh, okay. Let me look outside. Oh, I got this. I got that. Okay. Let me try to be the better person because, like I said, there's no miracles. There's not a lot of miracles in relationships, even on the woman's side. So if a man goes into a relationship hoping for the same thing that a woman is hoping to get out of the relationship with him, and he can't be that for her, then why should he expect miracles from this woman? You know what I'm saying? If a woman goes into a relationship with a man expecting fidelity, honesty, and being, whatever, and that's really considered a miracle if a man can do all of that in his span of the relationship or the marriage. And he goes into the relationship expecting the same thing, and he actually gets the miracles because the woman is too busy being the better person. But you get no miracle. So you better be getting some money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Either get some money or get your miracle. If you ain't getting no miracles, get you some money. They both start with M. Okay? So he got to pay for his miracle. You said terrible advice. Sound good to me though. Advice gets you money in your pocket. Shoot. It might be terrible, but you're going to have some money at the end of the day. Okay. You said the less emotional, the happier I've become. Exactly. Emotions only emotions only heighten the feelings that you have due to the expectations that you had of another person. So, for example, if you had expectations that this man that you are with is supposed to be miraculously faithful, honest, and true to you, and he fell short of all that, then you're going to be very emotional about that, and you're not going to see the good parts of the relationship and things like that. You're going to only focus on the miracles that had not been performed. When call them miracles, I mean a man being honest is a miracle. A man being faithful throughout the entire relationship or marriage is a miracle. And when you don't receive such miracles, you're sad because you gave them miracles by being honest and faithful in y'all's relationship until you realize you wouldn't get no miracles in return. So you better be getting some money. Okay. So get your money, ladies. Stop looking for miracles and start looking for some money. And you will be fine. When the men start performing miracles for us on our behalf, then you may restore our faith. But until then, just pay. Give us some money. Spread, spread. Um he said women couldn't even vote up until 1920. Exactly. So give us our money, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Pay until I say, okay. Your man wants you to be emotional so bad, I just can't with it. Get emotional when he gives you something you want. Like if he gives you a gift, you're like, oh my gosh, I love it. This is exactly what I've always wanted. Some Level Up Cosmetics from Ashira. My gosh. Come here. I love you so much. Oh my gosh, look what I got. This is in the color Still Unbothered. It's the perfect nude. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go tell all my friends. So only act emotional when you get what you want, not for no reason. Emotions come with gifts. Okay? Um, or when they do something very extravagant or nice for you, then come the emotions of appreciation. No, emotions aren't free unless you have something to get emotional over. Okay? I don't have anything to get emotional over. I don't have you telling me I'm beautiful and you just staring at me for no reason. I don't have no level up lipstick in my hand because you went online and ordered from levelupcosmetics.us. I don't have, whatever, So when they when they give you a reason to react emotionally to whatever it is that they want you to react to, then they'll get the emotion. But if they ain't doing nothing and they just expect you to create emotions out of nothing, then what? You gonna find something to be mad about. That's all you gonna do. Okay, you want emotional? Hold on. Let me find something wrong you done did so I can get emotional. Because that's the only kind you're gonna get unless you making me get some positive emotions. You're giving these women too much power, Shira. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Well, y'all go get the elixirs so that y'all can be empowered within and then watch my videos and join my Patreon. Um, Here's the Patreon. Y'all join that. And let me hook y'all up with the elixir link one more time before I go. Right here. Start with phase 1. The instructions come with it. And definitely the full ounce is recommended, but the half ounce is for those who need to afford to buy it in 2 separate orders. That's fine. All right. So I'll see y'all in the next one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank y'all, everybody who donated. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all hit subscribe if y'all are new. Share the video to whoever needs this. And you said advice for women 25 who want to be married. Date older. Sprinkle, sprinkle. No man in his 20s is trying to get married, so you're going to have to date a little bit older if you want to be taken more seriously as a wife. Plus, old men like marry younger women. They can provide for you and make sure that you're taken care of. Unless he's rich and older, he don't have to be so super old, but definitely marry a provider. Okay, so that you could stay unbothered. Okay, I will see y'all on the next one. Bye.